Chief, welcome. A number of us on this committee worked really hard on the Great American Outdoors Act that gave 5 years of extra funding to tackle the maintenance backlog at a number of public land agencies, including yours. It's fixing up places like Sandia Crest Recreation Area. It's fixing up campsites in the Jemez National Recreation Area. We're now in year 4 of the 5. Can you walk through for me what percentage of Forest Service funds from fiscal year 21 and 22, the first two, are actually under contract now?
Yeah. Senator, can I get you that information?
Can you get that for the record?
Sure.
Because I want to make sure, we're seeing progress, but we're well into that now, and we want to make sure those funds make it to the ground because they really open up opportunities for local communities in terms of the economic opportunities that come with public land recreation. The Wildland Fire Mitigation and Management Commission and the GAO found that there's not enough affordable, available, and adequate housing to recruit and retain wildland firefighters, something that you referenced in your testimony. These are folks that families count on to protect them from these catastrophic wildfires. Is the funding that you requested in this budget enough to clear the backlog on firefighter housing maintenance?
No, sir, not by a long shot.
How much of a dent will it make?
So the backlog is about 350 million acres. And so anything less than that is not going to really get at the backlog.
No, I'm saying in terms of housing, the additional funds that you've requested, what scale of progress are you going to make in terms of making sure that our firefighters have access to adequate and well-constructed housing?
So in the funds that we're requesting now, I think we have about $25 million that we're planning to put toward improving the housing situation. In fact, we're looking at completely redoing one barracks and then making a lot of necessary changes to many of the other barracks and houses.
Can you get us a full list of those? Because it's a cart before the horse thing. If we don't have adequate housing, then we're not going to have the firefighting force to be able to actually deal with the challenges that some of my colleagues have described.
I would agree wholeheartedly.
When we last talked, the Forest Service was finalizing a contract to repair the Santa Fe National Forest fence that keeps cattle from trespassing onto the neighboring property, which is the Valles Caldera National Preserve. What's the status of that contract at this point?
So we've agreed to put up $1 million toward the construction of the fence, and we've also agreed to go halves on the maintenance of the fence once it's done.
And is that contract actually not the maintenance contract, but the repair contract? Has that been executed?
Where we have a meeting set up with the Park Service. We have an agreement in place, but we have not sign off on that agreement, but okay. The agreement would be halves on both the actual construction of the fence and the maintenance of the fence.
This has been a long time coming, so I would just urge you and Director Sams to figure this thing out because it's a continual source of friction in the area.
Yes.
Last week, the Lincoln National Forest shut down Sitting Bull Falls Recreation Area. It's a popular spot about an hour from Carlsbad that families enjoy over the summer in particular. Why is Sitting Bull Falls closed, and what's the Forest Service plan to get it reopened?
Yeah, so my information says that is not closed, even though there are some staffing challenges, but the facility is open. And there's also maintenance needs for that facility. But Senator...
Because my understanding, at least from what I've heard from the public, is that it's closed. So we need to get our staffs together on that and figure out what the plan is to make sure that, especially as we get into the summer season, when demand is particularly high, that we maximize that facility.
In fact, my information tells me that they're ready for the Memorial Day weekend, and so I will double check that.
That would be a pleasant surprise. So
okay.
let's work on that. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.